from Southern Lehigh to Division I competition. Both Temple women's lacrosse player Taylor Muntzman and Lehigh Mountain Hawk Mike Sisselberger returned to the Lehigh Valley to lend their skills to the up-and-coming.
It was such a great turnout, a lot more kids than we were expecting. First we started off with like a warm-up, and then we just did some passing shuttles, shooting shuttles, did some, man-down drills, and then we ended with a scrimmage, and, they had so much fun. I had so much fun, watching them. It was really cool.
So we started off with, warm-ups and basic stuff that you have to work on, and then after that we got into the fun stuff like scrimmages and 4v3s.
I think the most important thing we took them through was kind of the basics of lacrosse. I mean, we had people of all skill ranges come in. We had people who are very novice, very green at the sport, but we also had really good kids who have been playing it for a long time. And I think finding the balance between the two today, sort of going over what you start off with by doing, but perfecting those skills is the most important part.
Aside from top-tier instruction, one of the greatest aspects of LVHN's Impact Athlete Clinics is that they're completely free.
When you have the ability to run a free program, it brings kids out from every walk of life. One of the biggest things is we want it to be an inclusive environment. And once you have that inclusive environment, you're able to grow the passion for a game and continue to promote a sport. And that's the overall goal with this, is to kind of continue to grow sports.
Learning the fundamentals of lacrosse is obviously extremely important in growing the game. But what is even more beneficial for these kids is getting to work with the LVHN Impact athletes, providing inspiration for their future.
It's super excited. Because I could do that, anyone could do it that's at this camp, and just seeing their journey and how they went from just being like me to playing D1 is amazing.
It's just so cool to see the Lehigh Valley and how much it's grown, specifically with lacrosse. And I think where I am today, playing at Temple, I wouldn't be here without growing up in the Lehigh Valley and the youth sports and how such of a family culture it is. And that's really helped me, and just seeing all these little girls out here, and just them looking up to me, and some of my other teammates that I brought with me today. It's just something I couldn't even imagine.
It's surreal. So I just want to give back to the community that gave to me, and I'm really glad this sport is growing so much, because when you see lacrosse kind of get more recognition, it kind of makes you feel like you had a little part of it, especially in such a small town. So the biggest thing for me is just seeing kids enjoy the sport and not playing it because they're told to. I think that's the most important part. When I see kids smiling, having fun, and wanting to get into it, it just makes it that much more special for me. So giving back to something that kind of shaped me as a man and let me have so many opportunities, whether that be at Southern Lehigh High School or Lehigh University, with the coaching staff that I've had throughout my life, I can only hope to be a fraction of the man that have coached me up until this point.
At EPSD Stadium, I'm Webb Begley for the Service Electric Network.